Hey, it's David Beckham, Breeze Flippers. Back in my office. This is the midweek update. It's been a slow week so far. We've had a couple sales on Monday, or maybe, yeah, two sales on Monday and a few sales on Tuesday. And it's currently the middle of the week. I expect to get some sales tonight and tomorrow. We had an auction last night on Tuesday night. It was a little slow. We had three people in there, six at the most, and we made one sale. But it's not the end of the world. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about some items that aren't selling and a few other things going on in our business and around us. So let's get into it. All right, like I said, not been a crazy busy week as far as sales go, but anytime I make any sales, I'm happy, right? So we did have a couple of sales that came in on Monday and a few that came in last night. So as long as we keep making a couple every day, and we're still listing between 7 and 10 items every day. I'm trying to keep a dollar around 200, 250, the dollar amount, because, I figure it's more important than quantity as far as I'm concerned, but we can talk a little bit about that at some point. But let's take a quick look at what did sell yesterday and Monday. First of all, we sold a Nintendo game lot, 6 games with ski and shoot, Sega Tennis, Summer Sports, Rig Racers. Nice little 5-game set from Nintendo Wii. We got $16.99 for that, and it looks like we got $7.99 shipping. We also sold, which finally, I'll pop this up here as well, a genuine Harley Davidson multi-purpose roll-up 8-pocket travel storage bag. Now this was actually a pretty cool little pouch bag. It was nice and big. I mean, about 12 inches maybe, and then around 8 inches maybe around or in diameter, or I guess across the middle. But it was a good sized little bag. Had little plastic containers inside of it. It was really cool. It rolls up and folds up. I ended up getting $22.49 for that, and I think $8.99 shipping. Now that did come from a garage sale that we actually went to in Gulf Breeze a year ago, and I picked it up for less than $5 because we bought a whole bunch of stuff. So I think it was $10 altogether, and I got 4 or 5 items, including some mugs and stuff. Also, well, like normal, we sell a hat. Now these are some great hats. This is brand new with tags. This is a U.S. Army hat. We ended up getting $12.74 for this, and we get $4.99 shipping. Now, this is, I still have 2 available, but this is part of a big buy I made off of Macari, and I think I only ended up with this, and I got Air Force hats and Army veteran retired hats and a whole bunch of them. I think there were close to 35 hats or so, and I don't know, I think I paid $40 for them. So, I mean, I'm into the hats for less than $2. So I'm happy with whatever I get because it's one listing and a whole bunch of the same hats. So we're down to 2. We've sold several of this one, but it's a nice hat. It's got U.S. Army on the side. Like I said, new with tags and the flag in the back. So kind of cool. Like I said, $12.74, $4.99 shipping for that. Happy to see that one go as well. We sold some more games. Now, this is going to the same buyer. They came in and sent me an offer. I took an offer. So these were originally, I think, $21. They were on sale right now, but again, these are not like real great ones. This one's Back to the Future, and let's see, it's got Tom Sawyer in here and Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. So this one sold for $18, and we're getting $5.99 shipping. Now we also sold the other set. This is also another set, Super Mario NES lot, Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and Dr. Mario and the Simpsons, the Bart Simpsons versus the World. So both of these are going out. All 3 of these, or 6 of them actually, have all been tested, going to the same buyer. He didn't ask for a combined shipping. I will combine it, but I gave him such hefty discounts. That one sold for $16 and $5.99 shipping. I'm probably not going to give back a whole bunch, and that sounds kind of bad, but I gave him a pretty hefty discount off of the full price, and I think he knew that as well, and because that's why he didn't ask. But I gave him a good deal, and just because I want these to get out. They sit in my inventory, not doing me any good, so I took a good offer on it. He gave me a fair offer at $16 for that set and $18 for the other. I think we're good, plus the $5.99 shipping I'm going to get, so we're going to be fine. So you might think that's rude, but honestly, if they don't ask for it, I don't always do it. If it's egregious, like a lot, I will refund it. But for the most part, we'll see what happens. If it comes out the same at $5.99, I probably will send some back. So that's kind of what's sold so far. It's just not a big week, but $129 in sales, which is great. Now, that was, usually what's been happening every week is we've been having auctions kind of offset some of the slower sales and stuff. last week was a great week. I think we did almost $400 in sales in auctions, which was fantastic. And it was all comics, which that's fun for me. So I actually enjoy going through the comics. Now, last night I had an auction at 8 o'clock, and I think what was going on Dibdit was there were a lot of other stuff going on. I had the time slotted at 8 o'clock, and then somebody else jumped in there at 8 o'clock as well, which is going to happen. You have so many people that are signing up now, and everybody's running shows. And I get it that, you know, they're trying to get you to run, if you're running the same stuff, they really would like you to do the show together, which kind of doubles your audience, right? If they're not willing to do that, try to run something that's completely different. So, but I was running sales on comics last night. I think somebody else was running stuff on toys. So sometimes toys are going to win. It's not as many comic collectors out there. And then there was a big Dibdit sale, Dibdit thread sale going on. So they were over there doing that as well. So they were just kind of pulling people away. And there was a card show going on at the same time. Again, all these different platforms, lots of times of different people, because there are a lot of people that come just to comics. There's a lot of people that look for toys. There's a lot of people that go to the garage sale ones. It just depends on what you're looking for and what you're collecting. But there are a lot of resellers on that site that are buying for their own, you know, selling. So, which is kind of cool. It's a great way of doing it. It's a great way to source it. If you haven't gone there yet, you can. It's dibdit.com, DIBDIT.com. And if you use Breeze Flips, you get $5 off your first purchase. I would love to have you guys come to one of our auctions, especially like I'm having one Thursday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, and I'm going to be doing it with the Goat Hoarder, and I'm going to be doing a tandem one. So he's going to be selling comics. I'm going to be selling comics. Again, that's at 9 p.m. Central, and I think it'll be fun. So if you get a chance and you come over there, you can sign up, use Breeze Flips, get $5 off. So you just get your shipping free practically, and you can get some decent comic books. I was running some great comic books. It's just there was nobody in there, and I did get one sale, and it was to a friend. So thank God for Pick in Paradise. If you're not following him, you should go over and follow his YouTube page. He's pretty cool. So we got one sale. So, but I did get some good comics, you know, that I ran last night. But I did want to show real quick. I did actually have a great comic buy this weekend. Ended up going 2 different places at a private pick. I ended up picking up some really great comics. A couple of them that are going to be pretty valuable in the end. Some of them I'll be selling on Dibdit, but there are some other ones that I did pick up, and I don't know if it's in here or not, but like I did get Omega the Unknown #1. I got some great comics from this guy, and he's always been very good. I think it was $100, but I also got a whole bunch of different toys and collectibles too that'll go in our booth. I've always gotten some great deals from him. So, and he's got some Marvel cards that I'm going to be interested in pretty soon. But then the next day we went to a sale, at a church sale and a rummage sale. Ended up going in, and Sherry found a whole bunch of comics. I mentioned this in our last video, but I didn't have them to show. But there were some great ones. I actually ended up getting almost, not the entire run, but about a quarter of, maybe half the run of Howard the Duck. And I love Howard the Duck comics. And these are in really, really good shape. Some of these might actually get graded. There's a couple of them. I think I have an issue number 13, which I believe is the only key in that group. Yeah, this one right here. It's the first kiss, but this one is in really good shape. So it may actually get graded. But I was really tickled to get these just because they were good. I think I ended up paying $100. I valued them out and put everything in my tracker, and it came out to be about $411 for that $100 purchase. So, and that's not grading them, that's just selling them raw if I have to sell them raw. And I probably will sell a bunch of them raw, but there's a few in there that I'm gonna look up and do a little more research. Also in there was this one. I love this one, Devil Dinosaur #1. And this one's a cool one. And this one almost, man, I would be shocked if it got anything less than a 9. It's pretty clean. It's got one little corner up here, but if I get it pressed, I think it would look really good. So I don't know, I'm gonna look at it, but I got 1 and 2. So anyway, these are really cool ones, Devil Dinosaur. So we're gonna take a look at those and kind of do a little research and see what they might come up with on CGC if we were to get them graded. If not, some of those, like the Howard the Duck, I'm trying to collect that series, so I may keep them all for right now, but I may get some graded. We'll see what happens, but they're fun, and I think I valued that one out. Like I said, it came out about $400. The one that I bought on Friday night, and I don't have them all right here, but that one valued out to be about $600. So for a $100 buy, I'm tickled when I can get those, and I'll sell a lot of those. and make my money okay on Dibdit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Dibdit sales. It was just a slow night. So hopefully Thursday will be better. And I got another auction on Friday at lunch. So I do that over my lunch hour, just throw out some comics for the last day before shipping. So, and you get progressive shipping, so it'll be fun. Next week, we're going to probably do some auctions on, probably going to do some auctions with some media and some, maybe some plush and some other toys and things, because we've been trying to, like I said, we're working right now at reducing some of our inventory on eBay. And what I'm looking to move is the stuff that doesn't have a lot of watchers, that doesn't have a lot of activity. It sells well in other areas. Let someone else have a try at it. So we can sell them on Dibdit, you know, blow it out the door for a few bucks. Most of that stuff we've already kind of taken the hit on as far as the money's already sunk. So we've already done that. It might be a year or two old. So we're just trying to move through that. But let's talk a few minutes about that and talk about what's kind of going on with some of these listings. Now, I still have, and I'll pop these up on the screen. I still have some of that I haven't sold. Again, the Amazing Spider-Man 300 Mexican Chromium foil. Again, it's just got more and more and more watchers on it. It's got 17 watchers on it now. I did drop the price down to $189.99. It's still got free shipping. So we're going to see if that pops off and sells. I also dropped the price on the Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog SBO and Miscellaneous Sonic. So there's still 15 watchers on that one. So I did drop that one down. But this one's kind of interesting. I just posted this one. It's the Uncanny X-Men number 266 9.8 first appearance, but it's a facsimile edition from 2024. Now, the significance of that is that's the first appearance of Gambit, right? But that's the facsimile. So the original one sells for if you get a 9.8, you're paying $500 to $600 in a 9.8. And most people, let's be honest, they're not going to be able to afford that, right? They aren't going to plan on to afford that, so they won't buy it. But if you were to, see this and it looks exactly like the original, if you just wanted it for your collection, this is the reason most people would buy a facsimile. So like I have some facsimiles of ones that I can't afford to buy otherwise, or I don't really want to spend the money to buy them. So I would probably, be happy to buy that and pay that. So to be able to get that in my collection if I was looking to mount it, put it up, to do something or show it off. So that's kind of what I expect people to do. Now I've got $189.99 on that, and I feel like that's right in the ballpark, and it's already got a watcher on it, and it just went up like 4 days ago. So it's got a watcher on it and already got 65 views. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. Again, I'm putting up the slabs over $100 with free shipping now. Just trying to spur some people on and try to get something sold. I also have one more I'm going to cover too. It's a Demon Days X-Men #1 CGC. It's 9.8. It's the Kyle New version, and it's a variant with Psylocke on the front. But I think it's a Peach Momoko code did the thing. So I think it's like it's a really interesting artwork. It's very beautiful, and I'll pop that up as well. But it's got 15 watchers on it. It has been up for, let's see. It's been up for 5 months. I think we originally put it up on November the 24th. And since then, it has gotten 110 organic views and 69 promoted. So a total of 179 views. And it has 15 watchers. So I don't know, I changed the price, dropped it to $110.99. I just think it's a beautiful piece. So I think, from an artwork standpoint, people would buy it. I also have the penciled version of that. I guess they would call it, it's a version as well, but it's the drawn, non-colored one. I may actually put that one together with it and try to sell it. Maybe it would sell. It's a raw version, so maybe you can get a good value for both of them. But that's the other thing I've been kind of looking at doing is what can I lot up, So all these men's magazines, these Playboy magazines, that's one of the things I'm going to work on next is lotting things up and just trying to sell them in big groups. But I mean, you got to try to figure out something to sell them. They're selling, they're just slow, and I don't want to keep sitting on them for very long. It'll be coming up on a year in June. So I'd like to try to move all those and clear up some space. As I've done, I've cleared up a lot of space by moving some comics around and doing some stuff now because I have this new little desk area set up that I'm doing all my shows and stuff at for comics and soon to be cards. But that's another thing that I probably will do here pretty quick. I've been thinking about this a little bit. Really, honestly, a lot of times for a lot of new sellers, it's kind of hard to know what to do and what to start and how to start. And I was thinking about doing maybe a little bit more of a vlog style and show some of the sales that we do and some of the things that are going on behind the scenes. So I may start shooting some of those. So I may do that first one on Thursday night, just show a little bit about what goes on with an auction and how it runs and kind of see it from behind. Not you see it from the front, you can see the auction, what's going on, but it's kind of fun sometimes to see how things are kind of done in the background. So we may do something fun like that. Haven't really decided on it yet, but that's definitely a possibility. And maybe talk a little bit more about other things. Like you might see something that I do, maybe I'll show some shipping stuff and kind of go into that. And those aren't always the most exciting thing, but it's something, it's learning. And a lot of times if you're a new reseller and you're not really sure how to do certain things, that's how I learned in the very beginning. I watched a lot of people. I watched shipping videos in the very beginning to see how people ship stuff. I didn't know how to ship a comic the first time I shipped a comic. I was like, I probably would have put it in a poly bag, maybe put it between cardboard, but I do a lot more than that now. We use Gemini mailers now. We wrap it with cardboard. I mean, we do the whole thing, and to make sure that those things arrive. And knock on wood, they've all gotten there very safely. And so it is a cost. There is a cost to it. Those Gemini mailers aren't cheap. I realized that the other day when I'm, looking through and I had to buy a whole bunch of new, but I mean, they're $1 each minimum, easily, maybe a little less than $1. But if you put that with the bag and then all the stuff that you usually put around any tape or anything like that, you're looking at about a good maybe $1.05, $1.20, a shipment, and that's not counting the cost of shipping. So So I don't see how a lot of people, unless you do a lot of volume, I mean, I ship at $5.99 for a single comic, and that's pushing it. That's getting it right there, because most of the time that $5.99 is probably around $5.50 to ship it, the actual shipping cost. So I'm not making money on the box. So I'm not making any money back for the box. So that's a complication. But as a new seller, it's one of those things you kind of have to really look at, because in the very beginning, I was not looking at how much it costs to ship something. I was like, oh, I made a sale, cool. But as I kind of started really looking at it and drilling into the numbers, I'm realizing, hey, you got to make your money back, right? I mean, you've got to make sure that your cost is low that you buy stuff at. So your buy cost is really where you make the most of your profit, right? If I'm only paying $1 for something and selling it for 30, I've got a lot of room in there for profit. And if I put $5.99 shipping on it and it costs me $5.65, I'm still doing okay. I mean, I'm not making all my money back on the shipping, but I'm making it up on the other side. So you have to really balance that out and weigh it out as a new seller. So anyway, if you've been here this long, again, I want to thank you. If you've been here, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, love it if you'd hit the subscribe and the like button. Just help out the channel a little bit as we're trying to grow. We're going to do some cool things in the future as I have time. Time is the enemy right now. It's having enough time to list stuff. It's having enough time to do anything else. But we're going to do some stuff here. But would love it if you'd follow us and like and subscribe. Kind of help out, grow the channel a little bit, so that we can kind of bring some new and different content. I am going to be putting up some picking videos. I'll probably put it on this channel for now. I don't think I'm going to have 2 channels. We'll see, because picking videos seem to be more exciting to most people. But honestly, most of my picking videos aren't that exciting. I've got to learn to be a little more exciting, a little more animated. I have to talk to the camera more, like Kevin does from Commonwealth Picker and some of these guys. I listen to them. I'm always amazed at how they talk. Now, if I have my wife with me, I can talk to her, and that's kind of fun. So, but a lot of times she's not able to go every Saturday, so it's me, and it would be me talking to myself. So I guess that might be a little thing I'm going to have to practice and do. So far, not many people have asked about the camera that I wear. I wear a chest mount under my shirt, and the camera just magnetically, I use this magnetic attachment. Attaches right to it. So I get out of the car, slap the camera on, turn it on, go out and do my thing. I try to talk and interact, but it's not always easy. Sometimes people don't want to talk to you. So most of the time you're talking about weather or anything, but you know, sometimes I'm looking at items, but I will kind of mumble, I don't know about this. Or you'll see me look things up. I don't always look stuff up, but if I really have a question about whether I want to spend that money, and if it's like $1 and I think I'm good, I'll usually spend the dollar. But if it's like $10, I'm going to really think about it and look it up. So I do that a lot. And I don't have a problem doing that with people saying it. And then they ask, are you a reseller? I just say, yeah, I'm a reseller. So, or I'm a collector. It just depends on what it is. I mean, if it's comics, truly I'm a collector first. I'm also a reseller. So, it's just part of the thing. So I buy and I sell, and I can buy more when I sell more. So that's the way it works. But anyway, like and subscribe if you get a chance. Would love it. Appreciate it very, very much. It's not going to be a long video today, guys. I'm going to keep it right at the maybe 20-minute mark here. But I just kind of wanted to go through some numbers, tell you a little bit about what's going on, tell you what's coming up. Again, Dibdit auction, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central, dibdit.com. Use Breeze Flips, and you'll get $5 off. Love it if you come there. And if you do come in there, tell me you found me on my YouTube channel. And I would love that very, very much. So anyway, I'm David Beckham, Breeze Flippers. I hope you're doing great. We'll see you.